What is the most important part of the golf swing? Good question. The most important part of the golf swing, without a doubt, is impact. And I think from experience of asking my students questions of what part of the golf swing they do think is the most important, that's probably not the most common answer. So I want to give you a little bit of an insight into what should impact look like. How do we get that impact that looks like the tour pros? How do we get that impact where we have that sort of forward shaft lean and we are rotated through the ball, rather than that impact position that I see most golfers have where the hands are slightly behind the golf ball and we're not maybe fully rotated, and you really struggle to get to that position. And I think a huge part of it is just understanding A, what impact should look like, and B, I'm going to give you a really good drill on how to get there. So let's get an example first of all of what we generally see tour pros look like when they are striking their irons. And first of all, to understand very quickly, I'm sure if you've had lessons before or you've watched any videos on golf, you will understand that to strike an iron we need to hit the ground after the golf ball, and that means we've got to move our body in a very particular way to give us a chance of doing so. Now, as we go and look through these tour pros coming into impact, what we will start to see is a forward shaft lean. We will see that weight shifted over to the left side. We will see rotation from the hips, rotation from the chest, and the shoulders are fairly square to the target coming into impact, slightly open at this point. But what they are not is sort of square to the ball and looking hunched up and almost looking like they are stuck. So what we want to start to look for is that impact position from all of the amateur golfers watching this as well. And really simple drill to do. So what we're going to look at is something that I call the push drill. Now, the push drill done incorrectly turns into a flick drill, and you're going to understand exactly what I mean by that. So we're going to go into a setup, and providing you've got a really good setup, we do want to be in a good posture and good stance, good grip. And if you are unsure if you have those, there is another video on my YouTube channel that will take you through those basics and those tips to make sure you're holding the club correctly and you have a good posture. Bad posture is really going to limit you in doing what we're about to do next. And just before I carry on with this tip, if you are new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. I will be releasing videos every Monday and every Thursday to help you out with your game. And if you do fancy coming and see me here at Trafford Golf Centre, then just look in the description below and you have links to contact me, you have links to my website, and you can just fill out a quick submission form where I will reach back out to you there. So into the push drill, and first of all, we could use something that we could get a little bit of resistance against. It could just be the edge of the mat. It could be an impact bag like this. It could be your playing partner's foot to push against. Often as I'm coaching, I'll have my foot in front of somebody's golf club. Just make sure you don't swing back and give it a whack. We're just going to be pushing against that heavier object. So what you're going to look to do is get into this setup. And what we're going to start to do then is, if we can just imagine a wall just on the outside of my left foot there, we're going to look to slide just into that wall. Yes, slide. Sliding's always been thought of as maybe a bad word in a golf swing. It's not. We need to slide a little bit to the left. And then what you're going to start to do is allow your right knee, for a right-handed golfer, your back knee, so if you're left-handed golfer, whatever it is, your trail knee, to move towards your lead toe. So what that creates then is I slide my hips left, I move my knee towards the lead toe, and what we start to see is this forward press of the golf club, that position that we see so many good golfers, so many tour pros do. And I can also feel now that as I've moved that knee across, what's happened to this left hip, it started to rotate as well. Again, something else that I see so many golfers not quite manage to do. So just getting this feeling where we slide left and turn, and then what I'm going to ask of you is that you try and push against this heavier object, okay? Now, as I'm pushing, I'm not just pushing with the arms, I'm not using the elbow and the arms to do so. What I am using instead is sort of my core and my hips and my rotation. So once I get there, I've got that forward shaft lean, I'm going to start to push out the way. Notice I've still got the structure of the arms, and I'll end up with this nice extension, but I have had good impact and nice extension through the golf ball. Let's go through that again and really understand, before we do it with a golf ball, how to get into that position. Get your club against the heavier object. We're then going to slide our hips into that wall. We're going to let our trail knee come over toward our lead toe, toward the big toe over there, and then I'm going to start to try and push out of the way, and notice I'm doing that with rotation and I've got that extension. I think it's really beneficial to do it with a heavier object first of all. We're going to get rid of that for now because now we're going to start to do the push drill. Now, I said to you a second ago that would be called the flick drill when done wrong. And I think what I would see from most students when I ask them to do this is they will set up and they will flick. So it'll look like this. And we start to see that motion where they do almost what they would do in the golf swing because it flick it out there with the arms, but we don't want to see that movement. What we want instead is we're going to start to slide the hips towards that wall. We're going to bring the tray on the over towards the left toe. And from there, we're going to start to rotate and push that golf ball out. And when we have a look from the down the line view as well, the flick in motion, watch what it creates. Doesn't create too much at all. It doesn't create rotation. It's not going to create a straighter ball flight. It's not going to create much good at all. Whereas when I go into that slide left, tray on E forward and then push, we see the extra ball flight that gets. We see the distance it will move just by moving through impact in the right way. So one final time. I know I'm repeating myself a lot here, but it's really important that you get it and you watch it multiple times and you try this at home. Slide left, that creates shaft lean. Get the right knee moving towards the left toe, that creates rotation and even more shaft lean. And then rotate out to this position. We're not flicking the hands. Once we've done that, we get to hit some golf shots. So we're going to make some really short backswings. We're going to just come back maybe half a backswing, wherever you feel like that is. And then I want to feel that slide, right knee, turn. Now that feels like I'm coming into a really good impact position that we would see from the tour pros. And what I really like about this is we kind of kill two birds with one stone because we end up with this nice big extension as well out here that we see so many of you not have. So many amateur golfers, we would see them kind of here, very tucked in with the arms. Body hasn't rotated and lose a lot of power. So now we're hitting some shots with this. We are setting up. I might just have a little rehearsal first. Slide left, right knee. Now that was a lovely strike of the golf ball. That's come out of the middle. It's come out really pure. Not full shot. It's carried 110 yards with a 7-iron. But I'm really feeling that impact position where I'm coming in with the hands ahead, right knee moving, left hip moving back. I'm going to go for that one more time. Half a backswing, right knee. And again, good. We're feeling that extension. We're feeling that downwards force on the golf ball without trying to chop down too much, and we're feeling that forward shaft lean. That drill is an excellent one for most of you. If you go and watch a video of your swing and you see yourself quite close here, maybe your body's too square to the golf ball as you're coming into impact, give that drill a go, give the push drill a go, get a heavier object and drive it out of the way, and it'll do you the world of good in getting you a feeling and understanding of the golf swing and your impact position. Guys, if you have enjoyed that lesson, thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe to the channel, and as I mentioned before, links below will take you to my website. We'll give you the contact forms to get hold of me, and we can help you out here at Trafford Golf Centre with your game improvement.